Hello, everyone, and welcome back to the Cop Council. How are we all? Hopefully, all of you are having a fantastic Sunday, wherever you are around the world. And yeah, what an absolute mess that was. Liverpool have lost to Manchester United by 4 goals to 3. Look, I'm not going to say that you know, we Liverpool were robbed in any way, shape, or form because we truly wasn't. Manchester United deserved to beat us tonight, and Liverpool have no one to blame but ourselves as well. But again, let me know all of you are in the comment section down below. Hopefully, everyone's having a fantastic Sunday apart from the footy anyway. And of course, let us know your guys' thoughts in terms of the results, in terms of where we go from here, of course, because I think this type of performance and results could, it could either be a good thing for Liverpool for the rest of the season, or it could be a very bad thing going ahead for obviously, the Premier League and, in terms of, Europa League as well, in that sense as well. I think it could very well be a season-changing result if we're not careful. I think in that sense of things as well. But again, let me know all of you are in the chat down below. Big up to George as well. Hope you're doing well, mate. In the comments, Evening Doug saying hello, Connor. Got what we deserve today. Yeah, 100%. Look, I'm not gonna sit here and lie and go, oh, Liverpool should have got 3 points at some stage in the game. Sure, we should have. We'll talk about the second half performance. I felt like we battered United, but we wasn't playing good, which just goes to show, it is truly our fault that we're out of the FA Cup. But yeah, there's certain individual moments and certain individual players today for me. Again, one in particular I'll get onto in a moment. But I just think that as an overall package today, Liverpool, again, massively deserve to lose the game, and rightfully so, as well. Same with the Arsenal game when we lost in the league. Again, looking a bit from it, Liverpool didn't deserve anything, and rightfully so as well. But Chris said, I got in my head up, we've won a trophy. Quad was impossible for a reason. United deserved to win. United better team. First half, Liverpool should have put it to bed. In the second half, we got punished attackers, so wasteful. And yeah, that's what the title of the show is, in terms of wasteful Liverpool get knocked out of the FA Cup. And it was, again, chances. Certainly in that second half, Liverpool could have been 4-5-1 up, and we didn't take our chances in that second half. And we spoke about it at Arsenal. We said that again, we didn't deserve anything that day, and today and tonight we didn't deserve anything for sure. But yeah, 100%. Hopefully doing well as well. Chris, evening. Tom was loving it in the party, but yeah, obviously all Evertonians were loving it tonight as well. And when we lose, that's the best thing anyway. But no, evening, Tom. Hopefully doing well, mate. Jonathan, hi. Do you think this defeat will knock our confidence or give us extra motivation to the end of the season? Will win more trophies. Again, I can't really answer that. More onto my point in terms of it's a result that could make or break our season. We could come back after the international break, and it could be a blessing in disguise in terms of, I think when we were 2-1 up, I think just the arrogance of us for not finishing the game, toying with Manchester United at times. And people say karma, and Liverpool got a karma today, and look, it may be a blessing in disguise, the fact that we've lost, and then you look at the games coming up after the international break. Of course, Brighton straight off the bat, that's not going to be an easy game by any means. We go to Manchester United, I think in 3 weeks' time in the league as well. That's the big one as well. If we were to lose that game, the title would look, I think, more impossible if we was to do that. But it's a shame now there is an international break and we don't go into it next week, beating teams and so on, or trying to flip that result. But we've got 2 weeks now. Obviously, Klopp to, and this will be the final stretch. Liverpool under Jurgen Klopp in the last 10 games or so in the season. We know his record in that sense of things as well. So again, you hope that it is a positive sign more than a negative. But that Brighton game will be huge to see the response and the rebound off of it for sure as well. But Ali's in as well saying, how are you feeling when Liverpool got knocked out of the FA Cup? Awful, gutted. Again, I've seen people saying that it's a meaningless game. No, again, it's one trophy that Jurgen Klopp hasn't got. I wanted Jurgen to win everything possible. We all did. Again, if you're not asked, I think that there's something wrong with it. If I'm being perfectly honest, I think that again, every trophy matters, and when you've gone, look at last season and looked where we was compared to this season. I want to win everything possible. I want to win the Europa League. I want to win the Premier League. We've already won the Carabao Cup. I want to win everything. And I'm hoping, in terms of the motivation thing as well, this will motivate the players to go, we don't want to be feeling like this at the end of the season. We want to go on and win. But yeah, 100%. But might be consider, but 2021 season, we drew 0-0 with United at Anfield, lost to them in the FA Cup, and then beat them in the league. Yeah, exactly. Red Machine, hopefully doing well. Sorry, chat, I'm going to mute because I think I'm going to sneeze now, and I told her to sneeze on the mic. Am I going to sneeze? No, I'm not. There we go. But yeah, I'm hoping that is the same. I'm hoping that, it's a flip reversal of it. We go there in 3 weeks' time. Obviously, we'll have Trent back. We'll have Diogo Jota back as well. You hope that those players will make a difference, a noticeable difference as well. But yeah, hopefully that is going to be the case. This season, Drew, with them at 0-0, lost to them in the FA Cup. Yeah, absolutely. I'm doing grand. It's football. We move on. Yeah, it is football, but it is heartbreaking at the same time. Again, I didn't want to lose to United whatsoever tonight as well, but it's painful losing to them. But we get them in the league. I hope so. The United away is the one for me that it's both Everton away and United away for me is still in the league. That has me a bit worried. I'm not going to lie with that. But yeah, hopefully we get some good results in the league anyway. But again, hopefully going now on an unbeaten run. That's the hopeful plan, because again, this is Liverpool's second loss in all competitions in 22 games. So when you look at it like that, it's not so bad neither. So hopefully, again, we know Jurgen Klopp's record going into the last 10 games of the season, or last couple of games of the season. It's pretty good as well. So hopefully, again, we get a good run in as well for Jurgen. It's time for toxic positivity to end. It's time for else. This forward line is literally Salah and Jota FC. The margins for error is one defeat for me, says Zayn as well. I think, look, there's one player in particular for me. Look, I know that Darwin Núñez gave away the third goal for United, but for me, there is one player that massively needs a talking around, and that is Cody Gakpo. For me, tonight, easily his worst performance for Liverpool. And look, this might be a bit reactionary, and it might be, but I don't think Cody Gakpo is good enough for Liverpool, and I really don't believe that. Look, I can get his qualities, I can get everything around him. I don't think we know his best position. Obviously, him coming from the Eredivisie, what was it, a year ago or a bit longer than that now, was more or less a left winger or left-sided forward. Obviously, for the Dutch national team, was playing both left forward and in the striker position. And when he's come to Liverpool, he's been playing everywhere. And again, that's not great for him in terms of, again, getting a rhythm, getting everything sorted in that sense. But this season, Cody Gakpo has declined. There was a lot of people last season who thought, you know what, Gakpo might start ahead of Darwin Núñez. And there was plenty of people who thought that. Me personally, no, I thought Darwin Núñez was Liverpool's number one striker. But there's something about Cody Gakpo that just doesn't make sense. He's 6'4". He has no aggression in his duels, and this might be me who just thinks this. If it is, let me know your guys' thoughts in the comments. But for a player of his size and his stature, you would think he would be dominant in the air. You know, you can play off of him and so on. It's like if football is in slow motion with Cody Gakpo. And when we speak about football players in slow motion, you know, you hear about people, Messi and things like that, about, oh, you know, Messi sees stuff in slow motion. No, Cody Gakpo moves in slow motion in football. And I don't know what's wrong with it. And maybe it's to do with the lack of rhythm with Cody Gakpo. Maybe it's something else in that sense as well. But when I look at Cody Gakpo, I don't see a Jurgen Klopp player, and I really don't see that. And it's a shame because the qualities that he does possess, or you know, we think he possesses, should be an amazing footballer. But for me, he's the bottom of the pecking order in terms of when everyone is fit and available. He is the bottom player on that, and there's even a conversation around it. Could even potentially the youngsters get ahead of Cody Gakpo? Because tonight it was awful. You know, this particular sequence when it's 5v2 and Cody Gakpo makes the wrong decision, doesn't quickly drive and go on and make the correct pass. He delays it and delays it and delays it, makes a very, very poor pass to Harvey Elliott. Harvey Elliott can't get the shot off, and then Liverpool don't go on to score. And this is one image from normal time. There's another one in the first half of extra time, I think, or the second half of extra time, where it's the exact same situation with Cody Gakpo, and it didn't work out again. Like, just poor decision making, and that was the whole forward line, and it was the whole forward line. It wasn't just Cody Gakpo, but everything in terms of press, in terms of counter pressing, in terms of possession play. Cody Gakpo didn't perform well at all. It was as easily his worst Liverpool performance ever. I'm not going to say it's worst performance ever, because again, I didn't see him so much at PSV. But I just can't understand, with a player of his size, his stature, how limited he is as a footballer. And I don't get it. And I wish that I did. And again, let me know your guys' thoughts in the comments. But I don't want to hate on Cody, and I don't. But it's frustrating watching him. And it truly, truly is really frustrating watching him, because he's not performing at the level I think we all thought that he was going to do, watching the World Cup and watching, the Cody Gakpo that was from PSV. We're not seeing that. And we've heard in the past of Pep Linders and Jurgen Klopp speak about the players that take the next step up. And I don't think Cody Gakpo does that at Liverpool. I really don't. I think this is it for Cody. And next season with the new manager, whoever that is who comes in, I wouldn't be surprised if Cody Gakpo wasn't in the Liverpool squad next season. I wouldn't be surprised. And that might be a mad thing to say, but I don't know. I just think that Cody Gakpo needs to get a shift on and just go on to either develop his game, or I think it's time to move on in that sense, because he's not performing at a high level whatsoever. And let me know your guys' thoughts as well. But yeah, I don't really like singling out any players, but he was absolutely shite tonight, and he was. But it was, again, the whole attacking performance wasn't great. Mo wasn't great in the first half. Darwin barely had anything to go at today. The one or two chances he did have, was very good. But yeah, it's just a shame. But only Trophy Klopp not won his Europa League. He won the FA Cup in 2022. No, I know he did, but again, would have been nice to have another one. But Villa away too as well. They've beaten City and Arsenal. Yeah, exactly. It's not an easy place to go. If Jota and Trent is back, we start them and batter them. Yeah, I do think so as well. Gakpo play, and this is the thing: Liverpool second half battered them, and we did. And if we just taken one chance, Liverpool in the quarterfinals against Coventry. Not quarter, sorry, in the semi-finals against Coventry, and that's the annoying part about it. Gakpo plays like he's in slow motion. Yeah, I would agree. He's not a Jurgen Klopp player for me. Availability wise, and in terms of adaptability, yeah, sure, he is a Jurgen Klopp player in that sense, but he just has no. I don't know what it is. It's not. He doesn't have muscle in a duel or anything like that. He's so light and just one little button, he's off the ball. Even counter pressing today, Gakpo was awful, like really, really bad. No, just like a headless chicken, just running into space, just no thought about pressing whatsoever. It's been like that for a while with Cody Gakpo. It will be Klopp's way of playing him, trust me. Wait till he gets in a new role. We've seen it with Wijnaldum sometimes. But yeah, it might be. And again, once Cody Gakpo gets a regular spot in Liverpool's team, then sure. But for me right now, I don't think he stays at Liverpool for long. Dan should have come on. I would agree. I think better for Gakpo should have been. Fasting Mo outperformed all the forward line. Yeah, 100%. I think people forget about that. Mo didn't look on it from the first half, but second half looked a lot better. Saying Europa League not good enough for me. It's the Prem or bust. I want Europa League as a must. I would disagree with that. I think Europa League, Liverpool should be winning the Europa League, or at least get into the final. And then, yeah, I would agree with the sense though the Premier League is the must for Liverpool this season, and we have a perfect opportunity to go on and do it. Look, we're second on goal difference, and Liverpool, obviously City and Arsenal play each other. Liverpool have a fantastic opportunity to go on and win the Premier League title, and that for me, it's a must. Like the rest of it now is go on and win the Premier League and go on and win the Europa League. That's it. Liverpool, of course, I think a spare week now where they won't have any games because we're not in the semi-final of the FA Cup. Take that opportunity, take that rest, and go full steam ahead. Now you've got it after the international break. Like I said, the indications that with Brighton, that Brighton game will be so crucial. If Liverpool win that, in terms, if Liverpool get a proper performance out of that game, that will be the inkling of Liverpool are going to go for it this year and go on and do it in that sense as well. By the United game as well, the United game in 3 weeks' time, that's huge. If we don't beat United in the league, we don't win the Premier League, and that's the the easiest thing around it, I would say, for sure. But is the injury news for Gakpo, Nunez, and Diaz being confirmed? Yeah, Jurgen did say that they did have discomfort. Darwin in his hamstring, Gakpo with his ankle supposedly, and Lucho, I think was it knee? I think it was, but I'm not too sure. But I do think Liverpool might be playing, a little devil's advocate then, I should say, in terms of maybe they might not go to international break, and they might stay in Liverpool for the international break, potentially. But yeah, Europa League has to be the target. Win them both. That's the target. Go and win the both of them. Do you think Gakpo is too laid back? I agree. He lacks aggression in his game, potentially, but it's something that I don't know. Like you look at Mo, you look at Darwin, look at Lucho, and look at Jota. Did I say already? Jota, Lucho, Darwin, and Mo. Yeah, you look at them four. They've all got a round of aggression around their around their playing style. And Cody Gakpo doesn't. And I don't know. I don't know how you can get around that personally. We have United. We lose again, though. I don't think we lose again in the league, personally. But judging from tonight, possibly. I didn't think we'd go on and win that neither, but no, we won't. Hopefully, it's tactic, not serious injury. Yeah, I don't think it is. I will double check though. Let me just double check on any news. Yeah, no, I don't think it is. I don't think it's a big injuries, but it is you know it is the fact that them being potentially injured isn't great either. But I think it's more so the fact that maybe they might want them not going into international break. Diaz, Nunes, Gakpo all will be so Klopp can work with them. Trust me, after the break, we will see the difference. I hope so. I really, really do hope so. All of them injured. BS therefore play work to help them. Yeah, 100%. Don't let Gomez play for England. Yeah, adventure. That's the one that I'm really nervous about. But yeah, I think you look at going into the after the international break. It is just a stretch now, isn't it? Because we've got Brighton coming up after. We've got obviously Atalanta as well in the Europa League coming up. So it's going to come thick and fast. With the things coming. Obviously, the only one. Obviously, we did mention Curtis Jones coming back as well. That's another huge one for Liverpool. But I do think that having everyone back, hopefully, should re-energize people as well, because having Jota back is huge. We seen through December and January when Mo wasn't available how huge having Diogo Jota was for us. And I think, again, if Jota's available today, I think Liverpool go on and win that game. But again, you can't really assess it, really, can you? Because again, it's more or less a guessing game in that sense, whether or not Jota would have been available or not. But I think if there is any positives to take out of tonight is the midfield. I think tonight, I think the starting midfield, I think McAllister had a very, very good game. I think Szoboszlai had a very, very sound game as well. Endo did struggle a little bit. Obviously, did get done a little bit by Kobe Mainoo as well. But I think McAllister, again, solid performance from him. Virgil van Dijk, same with him. Konza, even though we conceded 4 goals, you can't blame them too. I think Robbo, bit of a hard one, I think, for Robbo. I don't think he really settled in the game. Same with Joe Gomez. And then, yeah, just the forward line was just awful. And I'm more disappointed, though, the fact we didn't take the chances. Like, really didn't. If United had played us off the park, I would have said, like, a fair play, you've beat us. But there's that sense of we beat ourselves tonight. And look, United did deserve the win. I'm not going to say they didn't, but Liverpool can do a lot better than that. That second half was a prime example of Liverpool can play bad and be good at the same time. And that's a stupid saying, but Liverpool played awful today, and we were dominating the game. If Liverpool played really, really good, imagine what we do to that United team. And that's a frightening thought as well. But the main one now is just to win in the league. As Avengers put there, Brighton at home, Sheffield at home, United away, Everton away, West Ham, Palace, Fulham, Villa away, Spurs at home, and Wolves away. They're the remaining home fixtures. I think we win all them, and that might be a bit dumb, me saying that, but the big ones is obviously United away, Everton away, and Villa away. All the away games are the hardest ones. Obviously, West Ham, I think, is away as well, which that's a hard game. It will be a hard game in that sense as well. So it's going to be a rough road from now until the end of the season for sure. I'm absolutely devastated. Ozan, 100%. I'm with you with that. I wanted to beat United tonight, and I've seen people go on and say, "Oh, it doesn't really mean anything." It does. It really, really does. Again, I wanted to beat them in the FA Cup for sure, but we haven't been clinical all season. Jota aside, Mo isn't quite what he was. The others are all good, but not clinical. I think Mo is. I think Mo, but to be fair, Mo has like 50 chances a game. So, but yeah, I think Lucho. I think the pecking order in terms of finishing, it's probably Jota's first in terms of finishing. Um, Probably Mo, Darwin, um, Diaz, and then Gakpo. I would say in terms of finishing, I think that's the order, the pecking order. Jota is our best finisher at the football club, for sure. Give him any chance and he scores it. that's Diogo Jota in a nutshell, as well. But yeah, it's just overall, it's just a frustrating feeling. I think for us at the minute, I think obviously tomorrow we'll probably have different thoughts and different opinions, but I think overall, and even my rant then about Cody Gakpo, it's all about opinions might change tomorrow, but Liverpool need to rebound from this. Obviously, 2 weeks off now, which, like I said earlier on, is a big gut in the fact we don't have a game next week. But again, hopefully, we'll come back better and we'll go from there. Of course, obviously, huge week. We've got Brighton. Obviously, Arsenal and City play each other, so if Liverpool win, we're in the driving seat. So hopefully, we can do that as well. Anyway, but again, let me know your guys' thoughts in the comment section down below. For me, I'm not going to give anyone man of the match because I'm livid with it. But look, it's the quad chase is over in that sense. I know plenty of people winding us up about that, but in all seriousness, I think that this could be a blessing for Liverpool for the league season in terms of Europa League as well. But that is now the aim. Go on and win both of them. Go on to win the league. Go and win the Europa League, and you'll bring home 3 trophies this season. Because if we can send Jurgen off with that, that'll be a massive boost and bonus in that sense as well. But overall, again, United deserve to win. I'm not going to say they didn't. But yeah. 3 weeks' time, we get revenge at Old Trafford. I'm just going to say that anyway. But I'm going to leave it there for tonight, guys. Anyway, big thank you to all of you guys for tuning in to the show as well. Hopefully, everyone has a fantastic rest of your Sunday. I'll be back tomorrow. We'll might talk about this again with a different mind and a different thought process as well, because I think, look, tomorrow I won't be as mad as where I am. But still, it's a frustrating thing because I think Liverpool would have gone and win the FA Cup if we beat United today. But still, look, that's football at the end of the day. But yeah, hopefully we bounce back. 2 weeks off now, and yeah, hopefully we bounce back and go on and win everything else this season anyway. But until next time, guys, that is going to be it from me. I've been Connor from the Cop Council. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Ta-ra.